everybody, Randy Kertz here for Making Music Magazine. So this month in Playing Well, we've been asked to talk about the bass, which is perfect because I am a bassist and I have written a book called The Bassist Guide to Injury Management, Prevention, and Better Health, which is available as an ebook from my site, www.drkertz.com, or at Amazon, which deals with the subject of injury prevention for bassists, as the title would imply. So I'll talk to you today about a few things that really can be the prime cause for a lot of problems that bassists may face. And those problems are usually going to be problems in the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, etc. So let's start out with simple setup and posture. We've got the instrument sort of balanced here, and I've got it at a height that's comfortable for me. Each player has to figure out what height is more comfortable, or most comfortable rather, for them. Some might wear it a little higher, some might wear it a little lower. You have to find out what works for you. The advice that I can offer in that regard is simply that I would put the instrument at a height where you can have it on whether you're standing or sitting. When you're playing, it's going to be at the same height, and have the strap on the instrument, on the body, so that way when you are playing the opposite way, for example, if you practice when you sit and you gig when you stand, or vice versa, you don't have to worry about adjusting your body to the instrument because you have it at the same height at both times, and in both ways and situations you won't have to accommodate it. It'll already be set for you. So going forth from there, common things I see that bassists do are they rest the forearm on the instrument like so. So you can see that when you do that, the wrist is forced to bend to play. This can be a problem in a couple of different ways. First of all, when the forearm is resting on the instrument like that, it's compressing, and what happens is muscles tighten, nerves get compressed in the forearm, which can cause pain in the elbow, the wrist, the hand, or even work their way up to the shoulder and the neck. So when you do this, it may feel comfortable, but it's not doing you any favors, and you can even look at the wrist and see what I'm doing there. So what I would do in that case is just try to kind of rest your forearm on the instrument, but still be able to navigate all the strings without bending your wrist too much. You can see that the forearm is kind of at a slant here, like the instrument allows for, and I'm able to move up and I'm able to move down, and the wrist is bent a little, but it's not bent in the same way it would be here. So try to keep that in mind, and try to, again, allow it to sort of sit on the instrument without being forced down, but also don't bring your elbow out like that and your shoulder, because then you're going to have a whole different set of problems with your shoulder and your upper back. The other thing I see commonly, which segues nicely from what we just did, is bending the wrist too much on either the right or the left hand. What happens is when you bend the wrist too much in this position, which is called flexion, or this position, which is called extension, you cause the muscles to tighten up. The nerves can become compromised, which can cause problems like carpal tunnel, etc., etc. And what happens is, from repeating that motion over and over and over again, the body has a problem with that. It tightens up, it gives you more problems, it gives you pain, and can cause problems long term down the years as you play more, etc., etc. So you want to, again, avoid too much of a bend of the wrist. That does not mean keep the wrist rigid and straight, not only because if you do that, it's going to make, again, your elbow and shoulder come out, but it's going to cause its own problems. You want things to be loose. You can kind of shake it out and then start playing. And if you notice, you'll see there's a little bit of a bend, but that's necessary to play certain times in certain positions. As long as it's not like that all the time and it's moving, you're able to get some circulation going, you're not compressing anything, that's the way to go. Okay, on the left side, same kind of thing. You don't want to bend too much one way or the other. So if you notice, as I sort of go up and down the strings here, I move my wrist. I don't have it like that, where the thumb is low down here. I don't have it like this, where the thumb is up high, even sometimes going over the top of the neck, but rather kind of right in the middle, and I'm allowing it to move up and down as I go up and down the strings. And that allows me to keep this moving in the motion in which it's not going to, again, be rigid, but it's not going to bend too much either way and stay there either. So if you are able to sort of try these things out and see how they work for you and pay attention to them, you may notice that when you do certain things, you have pain some places, and when you adjust it a little bit, meaning alter the way that you're doing things, you may not have the same pain or discomfort and be able to play longer and better and play well as the column implies, and that's the best situation for all. So Randy Kertz, always available at drkertz8, the number 8, at gmail.com, or through Making Music, my website, www.drkertz.com. The Bassist Guide to Injury Management, Prevention, and Better Health, my book, available as an ebook from Amazon or from my site. I look forward to seeing you next month. Stay safe and play well. Thank you.